Hey there, Gus Mahica again. Wanting to give you another little bit of insight on something that has, that you may have questions for from a consumer standpoint. And that's a business model that sometimes is referred to as a discount agency. And let me tell you the truth about a discount agency. There's really no such thing as a discount agency. Now, to explain what I mean by that is to have a discount agency means that you are promoting or advertising something that is lower than a standard rate or set rate. And I want to just kind of clarify from a legal standpoint that is from a real estate commission standpoint, very falls on a very fine line of antitrust and possible and collusion. Collusion is a fancy word for a deceitful practice that is, let me give you an example. Is a better way. When two or more companies get together and say, "Hey, look, I want to charge $3. I want to charge $100 for my services. Make sure you don't charge any less for those services." And you form an alliance so that the competitors have nowhere to look at, nowhere else to go. That's a kind of a basic example of how that is. But in real estate, there is what is an acceptable practice and what people are willing to pay. And over the years that has changed. Some is based on percentage, some is based on flat fee. And so the compensation structure really depends and set up between you and your agent. So when an agent says, this is my price and I'm sticking to it, that's an accurate assessment. However, if the discussion says this is how much it costs, this is what the industry says, and this is what we charge in this area, that's just not accurate. So all commissions are negotiable. How that agent determines the use of their time and their resources and what they want to be compensated or feel like they need to be compensated to do the job they're doing is between you and them and their business model. So, just keep that in mind when you're looking at all your different options when it comes to selling your home. A lot of that stuff is not put out there, and you don't see a lot of, information as to how that's handled. And I'm familiar with this type of setup because I did run a company that used this model, and during that time it was a feasible model. And this is a article that was written in the real estate section of the Citizen Times, and that's me in my mugshot. But this was an interesting article because they wanted to do an article on my company, but the one who actually wrote the article said, "Look, I want to do an article on your company, but the problem is that I'm going to be featuring certain things about the product that you offer, and one of our major advertisers, which is a big name real estate agency, is not going to like us running this ad." So they had to change. They said running the article, so they had to change the way they worded the article, which was very insightful for me at that time, because then that kind of showed you, how it actually is operating. So this is the industry that we work in. This is part of the industry that we have to navigate around. So unfortunately, it's shrewd out there and it can be sharky waters. And so, but I'm familiar with those waters and understand how different types of marketing, of course, this is important to know, and you want your agent to know how marketing works. That's a huge part of selling your home. But keep in mind when someone's offering you 1.5% or saying they're reduced commission or lower, commission or non-traditional, all those words are words that are used to differentiate from an agent and a supposed standard, industry standard. And I just wanted to clarify that there is no industry standard for commission rate. That is an illegal practice called collusion, and we can't subscribe to that. One of the things I appreciate about the company that I work for, and Remax Results, and the owners here is that they're very, very strict on this, and we are, we definitely have our business that we have to run through this through the model that we choose, and we have some flexibility to do that. I mean, we're allowed as agents. There are sometimes when I have charged no commission, based on the situation that we're running in, and whether it be a sale for a nonprofit, or time that we want to donate, or someone who's just in a situation where they can't afford our services at all, then we have the right to help them and charge whatever we deem necessary. There are times when I charged quite a bit of commission because the circumstances required a lot of effort, a lot of work, and they were very intricate and detailed and complicated transactions that had to happen. So every situation is different. Every situation has to be handled differently. So part of my job is, and what I enjoy doing, is that I have a certain skill set and a certain set of experiences that may be valuable to you. They may not be valuable to you, and I may not be the agent that would be good for you in your situation. However, I'm familiar with all the different models and how some of them operate, the intricacies, and sometimes there's stuff that's not necessarily as they say. But I have experience in all of those. Now, some of these different business models may have maybe exactly what you need in your current situation, and I would love to refer you to somebody if I can't meet those needs. And I will tell you that the compensation doesn't necessarily mean what you're paying an agent to do, for the transaction that you're doing. The amount does not necessarily equal the caliber of the agent. So interview the agent, find out what they can offer, find out their skill set, find out if they're the right fit for you. It's not a what you pay for is what you get type of industry. I have seen folks that charge very, very little commission, and they're amazing agents. I've seen people that charged a lot of commission and they're not that good at what they do. There's different levels of service, different philosophies on how they operate business, different personalities. And so it's in this business, just keep in mind, it's not a one size fits all type of situation. So interview a few agents, find out, who is the best fit for what you're trying to do, and go with your gut in some occasions. So, all right, that's a little bit of insight as to what another kind of model that may be out there that may be suitable for you or may not. But call me and we can discuss it. And if you have any questions about it, feel free to email me or call me, and be more than happy to talk to you about it. All right, thanks. Take care.